Hello, lovely people. Today I am playing on my PlayStation. I am on the US server and we are here because we are going to be doing a base tour that I have been delaying, or not intentionally delaying though. Lots of things have come out in DC and so it's been hard for me to get around to the recording of base tours. I have been waiting to do this one. It is Johnny Blaze, also known as Godly Doom, who I met through Multiverse. I have been live on Multiverse's channel multiple times where Johnny has been there. He also was here for my first live, helping me get through it by showing off and kicking the butts of all the bosses before I could even get to them. Thank you, Johnny. But he does have a large number of bases for us to tour. I obviously won't be doing them all at once, but we're going to start at the beginning, which sucks for me because there's a base I want to go and see, and I'm saving it because I think it's probably going to end up being my favorite if I'm not mistaken. And so Godly Doom here, we're going to start. He has actually labeled them part 1, 2, 3, and 4 for me. Thank you. Because we all know what I am like. So we're going to start with Godly Doom's base, Cannon, part 1. So let's go there. Now, Johnny has given me a list of things to look out for or keep in mind. The fun part about that is it's on this device.
Engaged.
It's on this device. I'm not an intruder. I was invited. Man, there's a lot of them around me, isn't there? I'm not an intruder, I promise.
Oh, would you look at that? Someone else who finds you intrusive. We could be friends.
But there's things I need to keep in mind, and I have them, but they're on this... Be quiet! This device! They're on this device that I'm using to record myself right now, which means I can't look at them right now. I do have some of them memorized. I should have sent them to another device before I started doing this, but you know, I didn't think of that. So it's too late, but I will keep it in mind. We are not touring all of the bases today, obviously, so some of those references won't be specifically here, but this is where we're starting. So let's go through. Oh.
I just had to cut out a bunch of footage because she had a conversation with Vanguard Superman, so thank you. Less to edit.
Thank you, Vanguard, for saying hello. Hello to you too. I am going to have a look around and see what we see in here. I will say, I think that Johnny knows his stuff really, really well, and I know that I don't measure up. I have read some DC, I have obviously consumed some movies and some series content, but I have dropped off from being able to keep up with it. I just don't have the time to do so. So there is a lot I don't know, and some that I just don't remember and did know. So as I go through here, keep in mind, Johnny knows what he's doing, and you guys are probably going to spot things that I don't. I really, really get impressed with the creativity that people have and the things they utilize to build, but I also sometimes don't know the reference, and I know that that is probably annoying, and I apologize for that fact, but I just can't. I don't have enough time to get all the information in and consume all of the content. I'm doing my best, and I do love DC. I also just in general love superheroes, fantasy, Marvel. I love a lot of things, but the amount of time that I have in my life to do things is restrictive, and so I can't consume as much as I would like. That being said, let's go through, and if you guys notice things, you can point them out to me, okay?
Well, look, I can already point out one thing. An unnecessarily long ramble at the start of your video, so thank you for that.
Let's have a look. I love that window there. I must admit, I really, really never see the window put in such a perfect position where it looks like it's actually part of the base. That looks like part of the base. I like turn to the camera here, I'm like, is that window part of this base? This is the tech base, right? No, it's not. It's not. You put it in, right? I don't know. Guys, let me know, because it looks perfect. I love the way you've clipped your 2 pieces of technology in here. I would say that I love the way you've got the robots in here kind of guarding the door on my way in, but I don't because they won't shut up. I hate them.
I love them. I'll take 10. Thank you.
Oh, see, this is the parts where I'm going to be like, I know this references something. It must. Is it maybe Iron Man's suit? While it's like, I mean... How did you get that to work? It looks so good. It's got an Atlantean piece, right? And then the doors from the House of Legend. And I believe the teleporter is behind there. I don't think we're meant to break through.
Performing scheduled patrol.
But it looks so good. I don't know what specifically it's meant to be. I'm so sorry, Johnny. I'm so sorry. I won't do this justice. I know I won't, because I know how much thought and detail you put into so many things, and I'm just naive in some areas. So I'm going to apologize in advance for that. But I'm wondering if maybe you guys know what he's referencing with this section here.
And the really stupid part is that he actually toured you through that earlier and told you what that was. I mean, I'm not disappointed because it's to be expected, but maybe you should find a different vocation.
Then we've got, see! Now I'm getting scared. Eradication sequence? No! You guys suck! I don't like them. But that window, look, that's the same window. It's definitely not part of the base.
And not a single other person thought that was the case.
It looks like it belongs so well, doesn't it? Oh, and a camera up there, security camera too. This is clever. I love the way you've, like, hidden this. You've disguised it with two pieces, right? You've got the... Or are they one? I think they're two pieces. I think you've placed one over the top of the amenity and then placed a screen piece in front of it also. Am I right? Because that looks brilliant. Like, that's really well hidden. I also love your use of that banner in there because it just matches so well. Oh, I love the cable! Guys, he's got a cable! He's got multiple cables. All the cables!
Scheduled patrol.
That is smart. I remember this. I do think I have been through this base before with Johnny. I know it's a rare occurrence for me to go in beforehand. I usually go in on the day of fresh with you guys. There are some that I have seen beforehand, and I believe this is one of them, because I remember my reaction to the cables on the floor.
You believe this is one of them. You're not sure? Would you? If I could pass you the coffee back into the past, I would, because you clearly need it more than I do.
Everything is hooked up. Everything. Okay, so this is like a big, huge master computer of some kind. Look at the clipping. Look at the clipping. Okay. We've got to break it down. So we have this piece in the center, the big round piece that we get from the House of Legends decor pack that has all of the different Earths floating around, multiverse, something I think it's called. I don't remember exactly, right? Then he has this piece right through the center, which also has various planets on the inside and suits this so well. Like, do they not look like they were built to go together? It's brilliant. Then you've got various consoles. So this side and the other side, I believe, yeah, both have exabyte tables, I want to say, with the screens. And then on this side, the little robots.
Scanning island.
I don't like those. This one has the holographic gun, for want of a better description, because I can't remember what it's called.
The base is called Cannon. I'm just ashamed of the fact that we're the same person.
Placed in here as though this is maybe a weapons station where you perhaps destroy things in the multiverse. I don't know. I love that. It looks so cool. And then you also have input, a little console here. I love this, Johnny. This is so beautifully done. I can't get over how perfectly those two middle pieces fit together. They're just exactly right. I mean, if I had that middle piece, I can't remember how that middle piece is collected, to be honest. I'm so sorry, guys. But I would use this together exactly like this. It's beautiful. It's so good. Also, I can see that this black rim is out, so I think you have clipped a table through there as well for this computer console to be on. Because that's not part of this furniture piece. It's separate. Oh, Johnny, I love it. I love it. Oh, okay. So then this device, multiversal device thing, is clearly hooked up to a bunch of other things. So whatever this console is over here, then it's hooked up over here to
patrolling for intruders.
The green emotional spectrum canister. And oh! I love the keyboard that you placed in there. That looks so good. The way you've got the colors going is just beautiful, can I say? And the screen. The screen with it as well. I love this. I wish I could remember, or I wish I knew, what these were, because I know there's something specific, right? That has to be something specific that I'm just not clicking. And I love the way you've got the Star Lab screen, plus you've got the House of Legends screen right here as well, which I believe is on a table. I don't think you have it separated, so I think you've clipped a table through there in order for that piece to be visible. This little robot, look,
Performing
all of
scheduled
you,
patrol.
go away. So, beautiful, just beautiful. Then we've got a bunch of cables running over here to this console, which looks very grand, like quite large. I really like this too. Is that 3 pieces, I believe? 3 different console pieces all in line together. This is the table with the screen on it, which I think is over in here as well, that you've clipped inside, because that's that screen. And then obviously you've put the keyboard in with this massive screen here, so that it looks like this is one giant computer. I love it. It's so good, Johnny. It's so good. Okay. Then, over here, we've got more cable running across here. And we have an amenity disguised with a holographic screen of Oracle.
De-skied? I mean, obviously, because you wouldn't want the sky to be trapped inside of your amenity.
The way you disguise your amenities, just brilliant. I love it. We've got a robot, I'm guessing. I mean, obviously a robot, but I mean, I'm guessing that it's meant to be a robot in the context of here. I don't know. That maybe you were programming, because you've got a bunch of screens above. I really love the way you've positioned those two, with the 2 that angle downwards here, and then the 1 exabyte one above it. It looks really good. Wow, I need to zoom in. I keep clipping little sections of the rest of the base into my shot. Gotta try not to do that, but this little section here looks fantastic, and the cable running over to that amenity.
Scheduled patrol.
Love that. And then you've got like a little extra section here of 2 seats with 2 consoles, and you've put the keyboards in as well. The glowing green keyboards that look amazing in here. Your color is just gorgeous in this place. Can I say the green is really popping? I really love it so much.
Greetings, visitor.
And I love this screen here with the Lex screen. It's so good. Everything looks so perfect. These stupid little robots! So now I'm wondering if maybe this is where people travel through to go to the multiverse. To go to alternate dimensions. Maybe? I mean, that could be the reason for what he's wearing, right? It could be the reason that it's in front of the teleporter. I don't know. I'm so curious. Okay. I think it's meant to be representative of something that I'm not remembering right now. I do like the way you've blocked this off too. The use of the House of Legends doors in here actually surprises me, because I didn't expect the height of them to fit here. I would have thought they didn't clip through and you wouldn't be able to use them, but that worked out great. Okay, if we break through, it looks like he's got some storage inside of here with a riot shield and some boxes of armor. I'm guessing some kind of storage. Very nice. I wasn't expecting anything to be in there, but there is. Alright, so let's head through here. Oh wait, check the ceiling! Okay, I didn't miss anything. I often miss the ceiling. Actually, not recently. I check it like too often now. Ooh. Oh. Look at all the green. Okay. We have a House of Legends chair. Then we have like a massive curved screen above this curved console. We've got the Oracle screen on one side, and we've got, I was going to say Zod. It's not Zod. It's 6th dimension Superman. Don't know why I thought Zod. On this side. The green is so good. This looks like a massive console. What's this piece? Oh! It's a weapon! Oh, look! He set up a massive weapon targeting Earth. I'm guessing one of the Earths, and so they can, what, do something. Oh, I like this side too. Wait, one thing at a time. So this section potentially can call forth an Earth, or have the vessel that we're on shift from one Earth to another somehow, and we can target them? Is this what we're doing? That's so clever. You know what's stupid? He took me through these bases at some point, but it's been such a long time, which I'm very sorry about, that I don't remember. And this is genuinely a surprise to me, because I forgot completely about this.
Even if you forgot, The base is still called Cannon, though. Cannon?
I love it. It's so good. I'm curious if we're meant to be able to go through here. Okay, so behind here we have more storage, this time barrels, which makes me think of something potentially caustic or some kind of chemical. So, excellent, except not excellent, scary, little scary. I don't want to know who has control of this computer. It feels like it might be Godly Doom. Oh, that's not good. I love how you've utilized this computer on this side as well. It's almost like, especially because you've got this over here, right?
Greetings, visitor.
So you've got the Titan screen with the alert that flashes. You've got a little console here also. Very good use of your amenity. I love that. It looks very intentional that it's there. And your little green screen. But because there's so little red in here, it means that, especially when I was standing over here, right? I'm standing over here. I can see both the red console and the alert flashing up on that screen. And it makes me think, so as soon as they're in a particular kind of situation, like in Star Trek with red alert, you know what I mean? This console is utilized and the alert goes on, and this is some kind of destructive force that occurs when someone mans this console, because that's what it looks like to me. I mean, I could be mistaken. I definitely don't remember what Johnny has told me about this base. It's gone. It's just gone. So I'm guessing, but I love it. It's almost like it's intimidating. It's almost scary, right? And also, if you watch out the window, the planet does shift and change, and it's a very appropriate base choice with this setup, because having the multiverse, whatever this is, computer, over here, and then everything plugged in, so that we can have this over here shooting out at a planet Earth. Just brilliant. I love it. I hate the little robots. They're very annoying, but everything else I love. This is so clever, Johnny. So clever. I love it so much.
Performing scheduled patrol.
Okay. So, I mean, we can see the Earth shifting now, right? So it even gives us a visual representation of the potential destruction that this weapon could have caused. I mean, you could not have picked a more perfect base for this design.
Scanning island perimeter.
Not only that, but if we look outside, we can also see that there are bat wings perched underneath and ready to go. Like, people can be sent out from here to the Earth that has been traveled to. I don't know, but it's so clever. And there's a piece over here as well. I think it might be Third World Array. It's a little hard to see. There we go. Sticking out to the side as well, as though there's some kind of technology that communicates with the vessels, or for other purposes, but that's what I imagine, that are going to go out to this planet.
Performing scheduled patrol.
It's just brilliant. I love it, Johnny. I'm really looking forward to touring all of your bases, because they're so clever. If I stand here long enough, it kind of looks like the cannon that is going out the window is shooting, and like that's the smoke from it. Just saying. Okay, so the second base we are going to look at today from Godly Doom, also known as Johnny. That gets confusing. There's a lot of Johnnies now, and a lot of Steves. But, is Doomstadt Part 2. So we're going to go there and have a look through there. Let's hope I can recollect the things that I need to in order to look at this base properly. But I'm just going to pre-warn you. I may have forgotten. I have a lot going on. My mind gets occupied with a whole bunch of things, and then these sort of things escape my memory. Okay, so I have spawned somewhere where I am trapped. Can I drop down? No. Maybe if I destroy something? Oh, there we go. I dropped down. Can I move? Can I move? Why on earth did I spawn inside of here, guys? It spawned me inside of a sunstone base in a corner, trapped by the furniture within. So, there we go. I'm just going to destroy that. I don't think this is where I am meant to start. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get out of here, and it's probably going to mean that I see a couple of things I shouldn't early on, and I'm really sorry, because I try not to do that, and I'm pretty sure this is where we normally spawn in here. So, I mean, it's beautiful. Is it not beautiful? It's so nice. Okay, okay. So this is where we would have come in, I guess, through this doorway. Oh, I love it. Look at this. Look at the ceiling. There is so much here. Okay, let's go slow. Let's go slow. Over here, we have trees and vines. You're using the tree line piece to give that real sense of coming from quite a far distance. Your fence pieces used there as well are absolutely very clever. I think I've seen one other person do that before, and I think it's so smart because it really gives a sense of this is the enclosed area you are in, but look how far the distance is of the rest of the world. It gives so much depth. I really, really love that piece so much, and you've used it so well there. Then on our left, we have, it looks like a shop. Are these shops? I don't know. I feel like a little stall, maybe. There's a person out the front. Woodcutter's axe and a bunch of wooden furniture. Did they make their own furniture? And then, like, look at all the pumpkins. I feel like this might be a stall or a place where I could buy some pumpkins, potentially. I mean, if it's Halloween, we're going to need some, right? Actually, in Australia, one, we don't really celebrate Halloween very much. And two, we don't do the pumpkin thing. At least not a single person I know does the pumpkin thing. It's very much not an Australian thing. So I find, that an odd thing to be doing because I would rather just eat the pumpkin. And I see that seems like it's a little gross, because they can go off pretty quick. I don't get it. I don't get it. To each their own. You guys do you, but it's not a me thing. And I find it a little confusing why people are doing that. But that's fine. I've never really understood Halloween very well anyway, because it's only just recently been a thing that happens in Australia. And yeah, I don't know that many Australians really celebrate it at all. So anyway, I really love the way that you have utilized this piece, the whatever the door section is called here, and then clipped it into, is it itself or is it a different piece? I think it's itself facing different directions so that it looks like a much bigger building than it actually is. So you've got one on one side, one on the other side facing sideways, and then the front piece looking like it's the entry to a house, a little building that's very well placed. Oh! Johnny, have I been in this base before? Because honestly, this is amazing and I don't remember it. Is there a way we go up naturally? Like we walk up there somehow? I don't know. We will go up. We will go up. Because that's freaking amazing. Okay. I need to calm down. I'm not calm. Come on, there's spring in here. I love spring. I love this. Okay, the pieces you were using on the floor also very, very good choices. I can see that the cheese is in here somewhere because we've got rats running. I love the way you utilize movement in these places too, because I can see the rain moving. There's the cats, you've got the grass with the butterflies, and you've got the rats over here. And then over here as well, we've got the little fireflies. It's just beautiful. And I love the way you do that. Johnny seems to utilize movement and sound quite a bit in his base builds too, which I think is really, really clever. So, well done, Johnny. Okay, then over this, hello, by the way, Isis. Did I say Teagle? Isis! I know the difference. I just don't think when I speak sometimes.
Yeah, sure. Sometimes.
Then I love the way you've got the well next to the mushrooms, because I feel like mushrooms are going to grow in a more damp and moist environment, which makes sense next to a well, right? Because there's water underneath them. And then the banner here also looks really, really good. It's nice to have something to draw attention there. Otherwise, we would just have a very plain brick wall. So I really love that located there too. I also really love the way you've clipped all these bits of floor together. Look at that. He's got Halloween pieces of floor clipped with spring pieces of floor that normally I would think don't go together, but they look brilliant here. And he's made a path by clipping grass pieces and flower pieces through these stone pieces from Halloween so that the stone piece becomes a path, which I have never seen done. And I love that too. Very, very nice. Okay, then it looks like we've got some people chilling outside this, whatever this building is. How did you do that? This is not against a wall, right? There is clearly vines. There's no vines on that, right? No, look, no vines. No vines on that piece. How did you get vines hanging through the front of this building? What piece is that, Johnny? You're a genius. You're a genius. And then these two people just outside chilling. Not concerned about the vines at all. The amount of pieces you've put in here to give this really... naturally grown and underused space. Underused as in people haven't been walking through it enough to kill off all of the plants. Not underused as in you underused it. No, it's beautiful. This is so clever. Like, you are so skilled at placing your items and clipping pieces through, because I honestly, short of the big long wall with vines hanging on it, I have no idea what this piece is and how you got it to sit there. I'm confused. And it looks brilliant. It really does. It looks like these two might have been going for a picnic, maybe. I don't know. But they've taken out their food and then decided to have a chat. Which is fair enough, you know? Oh, I love that. The way you've made everything feel so overgrown. It's just beautiful. Look how he's got all the fog, right? I didn't mention it, but there's fog all the way throughout, which I absolutely love. It, again, gives movement to the space. The water gives movement to the space. And you have put the pond at the bottom, which is something I always do also, so that the water that is falling from my favorite wall piece in the game, which is this piece here with the waterfall, I love that. That is my favorite piece. Closely followed by the tree line. Like, the tree line is pretty darn good and definitely more able to be utilized, but this is my favorite because I just have a thing for waterfalls and rain. Okay? So it's beautiful. The way you have placed it there with all of the pieces clipping into it. Look, he's got like vine pieces from, I think it's New Genesis, and then you've got the mushrooms surrounding, again, in an area where there would be moisture. It's just so smart. And the way you've got this as well, with the fence and the tree line, so it looks like there is a place to go out there. Love it. Love it so much. Oh, all right. So I really, really want to investigate up the top, but I don't know if there is. I don't think so, by the way this all looks now. It does not look like there is a way to get up there from down here. So I may be doing the wrong thing, Johnny. Feel free to reprimand me at a later date if I am. But let's go along here. Oh, guys, is this not the best? It's like an entire community up on the ceiling. And look at the build. He's put buildings around the outside. Like, there's a treetop village in here. Look! I love it with the vines and the tree branches. Oh, Johnny, and the ceiling. Can we just for a second, acknowledge the beautiful, beautiful ceiling with all of the swirling stars and all of the trees and the leaves? It's just beautiful. I love your ceiling. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. But this is absolutely amazing. The way you've made it seem like there's just an entire village up the top here. Let's try going around the other side, because there's a branch that blocks my way on that side and this side. Okay, so I want to get down and go past. Okay, so that's the vine that's hanging there. I don't know if I'm specifically meant to walk across there, but I mean, it gives us a good view while I do. And I think it's so clever. I mean, look, even if I look down, I can still see things that would naturally occur. There's not a section down there that is exposed base. I can't see the sunstone. It's so good, Johnny. It's so, so good. Oh, I love it. I have never seen this done either. I've never seen this done. This is so, so clever. I love it so much. Oh, even this piece. So that gives me the impression that people use this to go down to the bottom of the ground and then pull themselves back up again, right? There's a lift. That's what that feels like to me. And then another building here. Someone's house, I'm assuming. Because honestly, there's another one. That's an elevator to like a little walkway bit here. That's so smart. Oh, I feel like that's used as well to go down, up and down. Johnny. I absolutely adore spring. I absolutely adore when it looks like it's overgrown and a little lived in, which is exactly what you have here. And up here is just beautiful. I have never, ever seen anyone do this. Doesn't mean they haven't, just means I haven't seen it. But even the mushrooms, the glowing mushrooms, it's just like a little village. I absolutely adore this. Oh, Johnny, it's so good. The way you've got those bridges going across with the pieces clipping inside of each other haphazardly looks like this was created by someone who lives here haphazardly. You know, they're like, okay, well, we need a bridge. I'll just go ahead and do it. It looks like real, like someone actually did that. I love that. I mean, within the context of the game. Obviously, I don't think this is reality. For anyone who's going to be like, that's not real! I know. I mean, within the context of the game, it looks like a character has gone ahead and assembled that so that people could have their little village up here. To me. I love it. Oh, Johnny, it's just absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, so you didn't mention it, but I'm mentioning it. I can see that there's a waterfall attached on the wall that is causing the water to come down and flow to the piece that is on the ground with the waterfall on it into the pool underneath the bridges. It's beautiful.
We've even got the cherry blossoms coming over the waterfall. It's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, and then I don't think we are meant to go this way. We are definitely not meant to go that way, so we're going to follow the path around this side where it's leading us to go. I can also see that you've hidden tree lines inside of here, fences inside of here. You've got vines on the walls inside of here. You've got branches coming out inside of here. You have so many things keeping this area from basically every angle looking like an outdoors area. Even the sections where I can kind of see sunstone seem like maybe a bit of rock face. It seems like it belongs. It's not something that's imposing on your environment and seeming like it shouldn't be there. It's so well done. The amount of vines you've got, I like the way you've got this focal point with the statue and the vines surrounding. It just looks great. I really do want to know how you did that. Because I can't think of any piece that has it besides wall pieces and the huge long piece that is a wall that is too long to fit behind that. So I'm very curious. Okay, let's head out here. We're getting into frosty, snowy area. This spot I remember. This spot I remember, Johnny. And this looks so different from when I was last here. Johnny. Oh, it's so good. Oh my goodness. Guys, aren't you glad you used the Casnia trees? They fit in so brilliantly. I remember this wall. I remember you were working out what to do with this. Look, it looks like an actual building here. He's got the little fence to the side with a lamp, which is like damaged, flashing. I love that there. And the door looks like this looks like a building. Look at the window usage and the way you utilize the curtains to make the rest of the building so that it doesn't look like the sunstone is perfect. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now, I'm pretty sure this section is meant to be Latveria. Please do correct me if I'm wrong, Johnny. But I mean, if it's not meant to be Latveria, it very much looks like it. It's so good. I also really love the sunshade usage up the top there because it blocks off a section of sunstone from my view and makes it seem like that's not something to do with the building. I think that's really clever to have there too. And look, you've got that building up the top there too. I love your use of those. You have used them so well. I'm going to nab that idea. Honestly, I love it. It's so clever. And you've got the banners here too. This is the same banner that we saw at the very beginning also. I'm guessing it's meant to be representative of something, but I don't know what. But I really like that you have the same ones running throughout. And then look at this. Oh, I remember this. Okay. So in here are some of the things that I was given reference pictures to, so that I would know what is meant to be in here and what they're referencing. I am aware that this is meant to be referencing, I believe, it's a memorial to his mother. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Johnny. I wish I could look it up, but it's on this device and I can't move from recording without it stopping the video. So I can't do that. But I believe this is meant to be a memorial to his mother and that this is meant to be representative of his pet tiger. Is that right? I think that's right. It's a little while ago since I looked at that.
Aw, look at that. You remembered 2 things. We're all so proud of you.
But the area, just look at the weapons as well. I love this area. The floor. Okay. There's too many pieces to, like, so much going on. We have sunstone, we have snow, we have water, we have trees from Christmas and from Casnia, and we have giant guns, and then obviously the tombstone with the statue. It's the combination of items in here is gorgeous. Like, this is my favorite spot. This is my absolute favorite spot, especially this too. The wall, you've done so well. Oh, you've done so well. I love it. It's so good. Okay, let's keep going up. I think this is also meant to be a continuation of Latvia.
It feels like I'm doing everything for you today, which I suppose is quite common. But the base is literally called Doomstadt, which is the capital of Latveria. So I'm pretty sure that entire base is supposed to be Latveria, not Latvia.
Look! Oh, it's like a little shopping stall section. The snow on the ground and like the pieces that are up above there. And the flurries. I mean, is it not gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. I love this, Johnny. I love it so much. I love the way you clip these together. He's put a lamp inside so that we have a light coming out of the top of the building. Genius. That's so nice. And there's another lamp there as well. The positioning of these items as well. It looks so, so good. We've got baskets underneath. We've got the little disgruntled cat hiding under there. He's upset because he's not allowed to eat any of the merchandise products. You know. And what is this facing? Is this facing something specific? I feel like this is facing even more of Latvia. Maybe, I don't know. Latveria. Ah!
I literally just explained this to you.
It seems like when this person is not selling me food, they are having a good look out there. Who wouldn't? I mean, you got to do something to pass the time when you don't have someone shopping in your stall. Then we've got one over here as well. Hang on. Oh, that looks so good too, Johnny. The way you put those curtains together with the window. Have a look, guys. Have a look. He's got one upside down and one the right way so that it looks like stucco. It looks like the building was textured this way with a window in it. And I think that's so smart. Like, it's really, really clever. And then the barrels just in front of it as well. Give it a little bit of more separation from the sunstone so it seems like a different building, which I love. This as well. Oh, that's so smart. He must have like fiddled with that clipping. He had to get it in exactly the right position up against that door for it to fit like that. Johnny, that's beautiful. So that we can see the Christmas portal through the window of a door that's actually normally solid. Your clipping is so magical. I love it. And I like the ceiling. I know that I say I miss the ceiling sometimes, and I have in the past, but recently that has not been a thing. I apologize for anyone's base that I did tour when I wasn't looking at the ceiling frequently enough. I don't think I've really missed anything on the ceiling for quite some time now, but the ceiling in here is beautiful. Like, the way it's open on one side and the way it's got this on the other, it seems like I'm outdoors on either side, and the little flurry of snow that's falling on this side, I absolutely love. It's so good. Then we've got this, look at the pieces he's put together. Okay, barrels. Then we've got, obviously, the female form being used as the shopkeeper. We have the mannequin there as well. We've got the table with the hats on there. And boxes underneath. Is that a crate? Boxes and a crate? What is the red thing underneath? Oh, it's part of the toy box, right? Oh, you clipped the toy box as part of it. It's not a crate, it's a toy box. That is so perfect. Oh, I love it. It feels lived in. You know what I mean? Like, it feels more real than what I do, because what I do seems very formulaic. This seems more like a person did this. A person works in here. I love the way you've got that plant popping through the top of that crate there too. That's two different pieces, right? That's two different pieces. And then you have the two art cases behind, art bookcases. It's weird to call it an art bookcase because it doesn't hold books, it holds art. But for want of a better way to describe them. And the pieces on the floor as well, so that it looks like what is inside of those is actually spilling out to the floor. And the disgruntled cat hiding in there. So cute. I'm curious what this wall, I think the walls are from Anniversary that are flowing behind here, which I feel look really good. The color of them ties in really well as well, like they go with this brick here. And so I don't notice it, it doesn't stand out, and it really gives me a sense of this is where this ends. I don't even think about the rest of the base that I know is beyond. And I really love the way you've put these pieces over the top of the stalls. These are pieces that I don't normally utilize. Anytime I get them, I'm like, I don't really have anything to do with them. But you have definitely opened my eyes. I will be using them. Because, particularly this green one, I really love. They just look great. They really do. And they frame that into a little stall, into a little room, instead of having it just be out in the open, which is really, really nice, especially with the snowy theme that you have going on in here. Then we've got a mausoleum, which I'm guessing isn't meant to be a mausoleum, but as far as I know, that's what the piece is called. That is a doorway to somewhere that I don't think we're supposed to go through, but it looks really grand, and it fits into that wall really well as well. Then this side, you've got a doorway with an elevator piece. I vaguely remember this piece. I remember going up on top of it for some reason. Why did I go on top, Johnny? Oh, that's why. Oh, because he put a piece in it so it actually has a roof. Guys, he gave this room a roof. So he's got the walls around the outside. The one, I believe it's 3 of the dark stone walls around the outside. And then over here, he has the anniversary wall behind there with the stone arch. And then I think this is the elevator door, but because it's clipped inside of this, I'm not 100% sure. And the really fun part about this, guys, it's the teleporter. It's literally an elevator to somewhere, and it's the teleporter. I love it. I appreciate the way you put a roof on this so much. I find this to be really clever. Maybe it's just me, but come on. He built an entire room with a roof, and it is an elevator. Because you can do this! Right? It makes sense. It makes sense, guys. Okay, then over here, looks like we've got a blacksmith. I love this. I love the way you've utilized these pieces together. I mean, the cauldron just works here, doesn't it? It works so well with the fire bit underneath, and even clipping through the snow, it looks so good. And the anvil, and I love the way you've put a lot of orange, and most of it is lava and fire. In fact, all is lava and fire. It looks like someone works their butt off over here. And then you've got the wood stack over the side there with the fence, which, by the way, he's put a fence piece in front of, or clipping into, a wall piece to give us that extra little bit of depth, which I love. And then put these logs in front, giving us the feeling of either someone who has been collecting wood for some kind of purpose, or is using it for burning for these fires. And I love that also. He's done this again with the wall. I cannot stress enough how much I love this. It's a simple thing, a clever simple thing that I probably would not have thought of, because why on earth would I clip 2 curtains inside of each other, one upside down? This is why, because it looks like a part of a building instead of like actual drapery. It looks solid rather than fabric, and the window in it just makes it. I love the way you did that. So clever. Then I think this is our little last area to stop. We've got someone selling powdered things. Let's move on. I really do like the way you clip pieces underneath these as well, the buckets and the box. And this seems like someone who is selling fish because of this stall. But then look, they've got like a butcher's block, a bunch of crates, and a barrel in there. You've utilized the buckets that I hate in such a good way, because this looks like someone, I mean this table, the vampire table, so that it's got that bit of blood on it. Come on! Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. I love this spot. It's so clever. Even this piece, is that the dark armor? What is this? Whatever that piece is in the corner, it, 1, looks like something that would hold storage for this place, but 2, it also blocks this area off enough to feel like a little enclosed area, especially with the piece going across the roof. Sorry, above their heads and not across the roof, to give them a roof. The way you have utilized the stall with the fish, plus the butcher's block, plus the vampire table, plus the barrels that have got all the, buckets, sorry, that have got all the fish guts and red in them, is awesome. I absolutely love this area. The amount of things you put together to make this seem very, very much like a butcher's shop is just, it's perfect. I wish I was this good. You're so good. And also, I never think to utilize crates as like an extension of the tabletop. I need to do that because that is brilliant as well. It looks like something that would be used here. It extends the tabletop for the area without blocking it off. It's so good. Oh, I love it. Now, as far as I know, guys, that is the end of this base. I will do a quick check just to make sure I'm right. I am definitely right, but at the same time as doing a quick check to make sure there was no more base for us to see, I also did some circle pressing around the area because obviously with my UI off, I can't necessarily see everything I can press circle on, and I found this. We have some kind of teleportation behind the door. which is awesome. I love that. See, he's so clever. The way you utilize Johnny, movement with sound with activatable items is so good. It is so good. Like, I gush because it's amazing. Just gonna do some circle presses around down here also because I want to make sure I didn't miss anything down here that I am meant to activate, so bear with me, guys. Actually, you won't have to bear with me because it should go by in a flash of a second. Okay, there are no further things for me to activate. Now, the section that I absolutely adore and think is my favorite in here is definitely this. Out of all of the places or spaces that you have decorated in these two bases, this spot is my absolute favorite. The way that you have made it so dense with snow and ice, the way you have created this building out of bits and pieces, and it looks so good. I am in awe. And this spot is absolutely my favorite, and that is saying something because I think we all know that when there is spring stuff in a base, that is usually the area to which I am most likely to want to take my character and call it my favorite. But on this occasion, this space wins for me. You've done an amazing job. So hopefully this was helpful to anyone who is interested in base building because you can see how awesome it can be. And if it wasn't helpful, I hope it was at least entertaining and enjoyable because honestly, I enjoyed this so much. Thank you so much, Johnny, for allowing me to tour your base. And I hope you guys all have a good one.